Over the past few years, Roblox has seen a massive influx of anime games being developed on the platform, and thankfully they aren't as terribly generic as the simulator games you still see, as the popularity has actually brought about numerous positive changes to Roblox's atmosphere and community. Teams of dedicated developers have made tons of experiences which I have to give credit for, but only a few have actually really caught my attention. Anime Adventures is a tower defense game that uses popular anime characters as units that you can place down. Personally, I've always thought tower defense games were sick, so I've loved them all since my childhood, like Kingdom Rush. Kingdom Rush was real fire. I'm not gonna lie, for as simple as a concept this game is, I spent a shit ton of time on this game mindlessly grinding for whatever I needed. So today, I'll be going over the positive and negative aspects of Anime Adventures. Grinding is a common practice in games where the player has to spend a large amount of time to gain something. I normally don't have a problem with grinding as long as I don't have to bust my ass and sacrifice 17 years of my life just to achieve whatever the fuck I'm going for. I wouldn't say the grinding is too bad, with a couple exceptions, but there are many ways to obtain in-game currency and items. Gems, which are the game's main currency, is very easy to get, as all you have to do is just play the game. Just play the game, get gems, waste it all, repeat. It's all pretty simple. To receive rewards from the events though, you definitely have to put in some work, so it can get a little time consuming, but all in all, if you put the time together, you can spend a little time here, a little time there, and you'll probably be able to finish it. Since you don't have to put your full focus on the game to grind, you can do other stuff like homework. So for that reason, I think that Anime Adventures has some of the better grinding out of the anime games on Roblox. Although some might see the content that the developers roll out as repetitive, it's not that hard to find enjoyment out of the game. In my opinion, it's a great game just to chill with your friends when you're not looking to play something that needs your constant attention, but also lets you build strategy with your teams for leaderboard or no-trade tournament rounds. Other game modes besides story exist, like Tournament, Infinity Castle, and Infinite. Some of those modes have their own problems, but I'll get to those later. Events come out occasionally during holidays, and that's where a good amount of the fun comes. 2022's Christmas event was one to really grind for, because you had a chance to get one of the best units in the game currently. There's many ways to enjoy the game though. You can just chill and play with the modes as you want, or be a collector looking to be the best in the game. Personally, I like to do a little mix between the two, but really, it's up to you how you want to play. One of the best parts of the game is the community and how easily accessible it is. You can join the Discord and play with people around your same level, or get carried like a little baby, and team up to take on stages you normally couldn't beat alone. It makes the game a lot more full, as everyone can enjoy the multiplayer content that gets rolled out. There's even a wiki complete with pretty much everything you need to know about the game, from tier list to every item available, and even a dedicated server for the wiki too. Not only that, but there are tons of other content creators who make informational videos just like this one, so as long as you ask around, you shouldn't have any trouble finding shit out. Now, there are some interesting people, to say the least, but the community is pretty fun to interact with on Discord and in the game, and most people are pretty friendly and chill, so there's really no stress. Now, the graphics, this should really not a debate. Top one aspects of the game, I'm not gonna lie. Just like, come on, look at this shit, man.
I wanna feel like it's raining on me, okay?
If you were waiting for me to tear this game apart, well, here's what you've been expecting. Despite how fun this game is and its accessibility to free-to-play players, Anime Adventures is extremely pay-to-win. A lot of the harder content in the game revolves around tournament and leaderboard strategies, as high-value units are rewarded to those who finish among the top of those boards. The problem with that, however, is that it's extremely difficult to earn a spot on the leaderboard without having spent Robux on the game. The meta of this game mainly revolves around traits, which you can re-roll on your units to receive buffs. Because it carries damage is heavily reliant on the mythical traits that are hard to get, many players buy re-rolls in bulk for a chance to roll these traits on their units. But as a free-to-play, you have a pretty slim chance to get even any of them, never mind Unique by itself, the best one. If you don't know, Unique is a 0.1% chance to be pulled when re-rolling, and give the unit a crazy amount of buffs. It's basically a requirement for any of the harder parts of the game, especially leaderboard runs. If you don't have at least 2 uniques on really recent units, you're probably not going to be able to play in one. Now the problem isn't that the trait system is busted, it's that the busted aspect of the trait system is unavailable to those who aren't comfortable spending money to play the game. Most of the content doesn't require uniques, but a lot of the fun for some comes from trying to be the best, and currently that's pretty much impossible without having spent hundreds on the game. The devs have to be aware of the problem because of how many complaints they must receive every day. And I'd like to believe that they're working on a rework of the system, but we would never know as the communication from the dev team to the players is barely there. At this point, man, all we can do is pray. I do have hope for this game though, because so far it's been one of the most enjoyable experiences on Roblox within like the past few years. So hopefully they figure that shit out and make it much easier for free-to-play to enjoy the game. At the end of the day, all of this is just in my opinion. I do encourage y'all to play the game yourself and also make up your own conclusion about it, because you might not agree with me. I'm not gonna always be right, so if I messed anything up or if you disagree with me, just leave a comment and I'll try to respond to it. Some of my points might also be off as I started recording and editing this video about a month ago, so updates might have come out that fixed some of the problems that I was talking about, but honestly I'm too lazy to go back and change it. So I would also really appreciate it if you guys left a sub or liked after watching the video, as it really shows that you guys have some interest in the videos that I make, and I'll be a lot more motivated to make more. That's about all I had to say for today, so I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Also, on second thought, avoid the media channel at all costs.